Okay, welcome. In this video, I'm just going to be going over daily profiles. So, not a lot of you probably know about daily profiles, and it is a very good way to determine your bias for the day. I use it quite a lot, and I know where price is going just based off looking at this, but I'll come back and talk about that in a second once I go over the daily profiles. So, the daily profiles essentially, it's a bit like AMD, but in the daily context. So the daily profiles we have, first one we have London manipulation and New York continuation. So in this, what we're basically going to see is, if I can get this, what we're going to see this is Asia just accumulate, and then London will either manipulate to the downside or to the upside. And for this example, we're just going to say it's manipulating to the downside. And then after that, New York will, so this is Asia in here. Then London comes on and manipulates down to either just to take out some liquidity. It would be very good if we have like a high time frame PD array here, but it's not required. And then New York comes on and continues. So the reason why I said I'll come back to this is because what does this look like? London manipulation and New York continuation. So these are definitely going to be my draws in this case for today. And yeah, pretty simple first daily profile. And then after that, we can get onto the next one. And this one is basically just going to be a London continuation. And this is basically what it says, where Asia sort of accumulates for a bit and then it breaks out, and London continues it, and it doesn't actually manipulate. This is sort of hard to know if this is a manipulation leg or not, but the key way that we can know is that London and pre-market, we didn't come back and flip, we just continued the trend. So hopefully that makes sense. And the next one, the one that I do see a lot, is going to be New York manipulation. And this is basically where London and Asia range together, and then New York manipulates and then reverses. Oops. Yeah. So I can try find an example of this. Let's see. Don't know if the indicators will go back that far. Okay. They don't. And this indicator is very good to see because usually in this New York manipulation, let's just pretend that London and Asia range together and they never broke any of their lows. And yeah, let's just disregard this whole part. So New York comes down, sweeps both of their lows, and then reverses. That will be considered a New York manipulation. But you need to have Asia and London not break either one of each other's highs or lows. So with that, the next one is going to be the death profile. So the death profile is an extremely strong profile, and it basically means Asia's in a bit of a downtrend, and then so this is Asia, and then London comes on, doesn't do anything, just continues down, immediately breaks Asia's low, which would be, let's just say it's here, and then London low is here, and New York then comes on and immediately just breaks London's low. So in the death profile, the lows are taken without the highs ever being swept. I can try find, I remember, yeah, I can't really find one. And in this case, as you can see, we broke the lows. However, London swept Asia's high. So this would not be a death profile in this case. Yeah, I can't really. And if you're wondering, would this be the death profile? No, it wouldn't, because structure needs to be bearish the whole day. Although we've broken the highs, sorry, we've broken the lows. As you can see, we just continue to break the lows. It doesn't really look like, it's not a death profile, as order flow is clearly not trending downwards. But I'll try find maybe if I can see. I remember there being a day that was just a clear. It was on a Friday. Yeah, it was. Was it here? It might have been here. Yeah, I think it was here. So let's just go back to here. Yeah, this was a very clear death profile, and I actually did manage to catch the move of this day, just based completely off the death profile. As you can see, market structure is clearly bearish, and we're obviously taking out the session's low, and let's just say London session's lows here. Well, you can see it on the chart, but let's just skip forward to New York Open, and New York opens now, does it? Yeah. And you can see just immediate dump as soon as New York opens, just purely based off the death profile. And you can see price never even attempted to come anywhere near the highs at all and sweep out any buy side liquidity. All it was seeking was sell side liquidity. So yeah, in this case, very clear day for finding sells. As you can see, as soon as the market comes on, just immediately rips down and sweeps London's low. You can just see market's just downtrend. So that would be a death profile for you. And then the last one will be, it's sort of the same as a London continuation. However, it is just called the trend. This is more just, yeah, it's in the name. But so the market's just trending upwards, and it never sweeps the low and just goes. People also call this a power profile or the trend profile. So this is Asia, and Asia lows obviously here, London lows obviously here, New York lows here. And as you can see in this example, just continue to stay in the trend. And I can probably go back here. This here was looking a bit like a trend profile. However, pre-New York, we came down and were not respecting bullish order flow anymore. So we just came down, swept London's lows, and then continued. So in this would be a bit like a New York reversal, New York manipulation. But yeah, so daily profiles are definitely something that you should all familiarize yourself with. And yeah, thank you.